The daybreak from on high will visit us, to shine on those who sit in darkness and death's shadow, to guide our feet into the pathway of peace. Good morning or good afternoon, whatever it may be, sisters and brothers. It's good to see everyone again. It means that God has given us more time on earth. We are forever thankful to Almighty God and give Him all of our thanks and praise. Today I'll share with you a story that was sent in an email on November 29th, 2003 at 8:59 p.m. It's titled Mexican Fisherman. Now, I did a little research online. This is a pretty well-read story. It has a few derivations here and there, but it's essentially the same. This is the way it was in November 2003. An American businessman was at the pier of a small coastal Mexican village when a small boat with just one fisherman docked. Inside the small boat were several large yellowfin tuna. The American complimented the man on the quality of his fish and asked how long it took to catch them. The fisherman replied, "Only a little while." The American then asked, "Why didn't you stay out longer and catch more fish?" He said he had enough to support his family's immediate needs. The American then asked, "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" The fisherman said, "I sleep late, fish a little, play with my children, take siesta with my wife Maria, stroll into the village each evening where I sip wine, play guitar with my amigos. I have a full and busy life." The American scoffed, "I'm a Harvard MBA and could help you. You should spend more time fishing and with the proceeds buy a bigger boat. With the proceeds from the bigger boat, you could buy several boats. Eventually, you would have a fleet of fishing boats. Instead of selling your catch to a middleman, you would sell directly to the processor, eventually opening your own cannery. You would control the product, processing, and distribution. You would need to leave this small coastal village and move to Mexico City, then LA, and eventually New York City, where you will run your expanding enterprise." The fisherman asked, "How long will all this take?" The American replied, "Oh, 15 to 20 years. "But then what?" asked the fisherman. The American laughed and said, "That's the best part. When the time is right, you would announce an IPO and sell your company stock to the public and become very rich. You would make millions." "Millions? Then what?" said the fisherman. The American said, "Then you would retire, move to a small coastal fishing village, where you would sleep late, fish a little, play with your kids, take siesta with your wife, stroll to the village in the evenings where you would sip wine and play your guitar with your amigos." Isn't it true that so often happiness is found within us, often in our own backyards, in our own homes, in our own lives, wherever we may be? Whatever situation or condition that God places us in. A reading from 1 Timothy chapter 6, starting at verse 17. "Command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. Command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In this way they will lay up treasure for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is true life." There seems to be two different types of riches: spiritual riches and monetary riches. In the end, in the last few hours of life. I'd like to be able to smile and know that I personally have stored up riches what neither moth nor decay can destroy. Perhaps you can say the same. If not, let's strive to do better. We can always do better. Helping others, expressing love to those we come in contact with today, and maybe peace will take off and spread across the whole world. God bless you, my sisters and brothers. Have a wonderful day. May there be peace on earth, and with God's blessing, may we meet again tomorrow.